Look, insurance sucks. I'll just make it suck less. I'm a health insurance hustler. Bradley Hannon's the name.
If you've ever had health insurance, I guarantee you've asked yourself the question, what is a copay? A lot of agents don't even understand really what a copay actually is, right? And I know you've probably been to the doctor, you paid your $40 copay, you went home just to find that you got a bill in the mail a few weeks later for another couple $100. So what is a copay actually for, and why am I getting this bill, right? And if you're an agent, we're talking about the basics. This is back to the basics, making sure that you as an agent and consumers are selecting the right health plan for the needs of the client, right? And so a copay is an often misunderstood topic, and we often talk about it as if it's the end all be all. I've got a $50 copay, that's all I should ever pay. I've got a $350 copay for ER, it's all I should ever pay. But why are these bills coming still, right? There's a thing called a comprehensive copay, or a copay only plan, right? Where it's every single time you pay the copay. Let's just say you've got a $5,000. Actually, we're gonna go to the board. Eric, if you could move this right over here, I'll move this. No big deal. We're just, let's say you've got a plan with a $5,000 deductible, okay? And that same plan has a $500 deductible for emergency room, a $50 deductible, we're just gonna stick with the fives, a $50 deductible for primary care, a $100 deductible, see we switched it to a one, for a specialist visit. So this year I went to the doctor, and we're just gonna subtract, right? This is the deductible, okay? Now this is a comprehensive copay plan, meaning that the copay is all inclusive, right? And it goes towards your deductible. So I went to the emergency room, I have a $500 copay. So now I'm at $4,500, and I will not get any balance bills. Okay, I go to the doctor again. I've got a $50 copay for your primary care, and then I actually went and saw a specialist because they sent me to a specialist, and then I went back to another primary care, let's say. Oops, not 500, the $50 copay. So we're at $4,200 now, right? 100, 200, yeah, $4,300 now. I'm a good agent, not a good mathematician. So now I'm at $4,300 for my deductible. But all I ever paid that whole time was the copays, and that just counts towards my deductible, right? That's a comprehensive copay plan. I will tell you that these are very hard to find and very rare. Most plans are not comprehensive copay plans. They just have a copay, which covers your basic doctor's visit. So let's just look at a standard copay plan. Okay, this is a regular copay plan. It's got a $40, we'll just stick with the $50. It's got $50 for primary care, $100 for specialist, okay? And that's the only copays that you really get. You go to the doctor, you've got a $5,000 deductible. You go to the doctor, you pay your $50 copay, awesome, right? You left the doctor's office, you called your agent, you said, wow, this plan's so great, all I paid was $50, I'm so excited, thank you for hooking me up. And then 3 weeks later, you get a bill in the mail for the doctor for another $200. What's that $200 for, right? First of all, that's gonna go towards your $5,000 deductible, just like in the example over here on most plans. Okay, but second of all, what is that $200 for? That's what we call a balance bill, right? That's what we call a service that wasn't covered by the copay, because what you don't know is that this and this only cover what we call the office visit, right? So doctors have a office visit fee, which we'll just call it $100, that when you pay your copay, you don't have to pay that visit fee, right? But you were in the doctor's office and they did a diagnostic test, right? Or an outpatient procedure, or they did something outside of a normal routine, just, office visit. That's where that additional $200 is coming from. So copays can be somewhat tricky, and while they are better than not having a copay a lot of times, this is a common mistake that both agents and consumers make, is thinking that my copay is an end-all be-all. if you're on a copay plan, I would ask your agent, or you can ask me, one of my teammates, you can ask if it is a comprehensive copay plan or a standard copay plan so that you know what to expect. Now, one of the major things, and we're going to talk about this in the next video, but one of the major things is that you may be on a plan where you're like, I went to the doctor for a checkup. I didn't pay anything. I didn't even have a copay. Well, that's because you're probably on a major medical plan, or commonly referred to as Obamacare plan, which covers your preventative 100% from day one without a copay. So that is a nice feature of Obamacare, but that's not what we're talking about here. So I want you guys to avoid the common mistake of believing that a copay is the end all be all. Oftentimes it's not. Don't be surprised when you get that balance bill. Work with your broker, find out if you have a comprehensive copay plan or just a standard copay plan where you are subject to potential balance billing.